decided to break up, she took a gun. In the 1980s, they were perhaps the most eccentric celebrity couple. However, their love affair ended on a sour note. Dolph Lundgren and Grace Jones seemed to be so different. He was a blonde bodybuilder, and she was a famous singer. But they loved each other and dated for 4 years. This is how they live and look today, after 30 years. Dolph Lundgren starred in over 80 films and became famous as a bodybuilder and martial artist. He's now in outstanding physical form for a man of his age. And it's difficult to imagine today that he was once a frail and skinny lad. Lundgren was born in Sweden to an engineer and a teacher. His father was beating him, as he acknowledged in one of his interviews. So, even as a young child, the youngster started learning karate and boxing to be able to defend himself. Singer Grace Jones, who was born in Jamaica, once saw a lovely young man in a bar. She was a major star, rich, and connected in the middle of the 1980s. Jones outlived Lundgren by over 10 years. Nevertheless, despite the significant age and social class difference, she fell in love with the charming Swedish man right away and assigned him the job of being her bodyguard. He agreed because he had to support himself. They quickly fell in love. Jones and Lundgren relocated to New York City, where Lundgren found an entirely new way of life. As Lundgren told reporters in an interview, at that time they constantly went to different events and sometimes even participated in wild parties. He described how, in the past, he and Grace would participate in activities with as many as 5 girls that she would bring. He called the effort exhausting. That happened on occasion, with or without Grace, he told The Sun. She occasionally brings a girlfriend home, which means that I sometimes have to wake up early the next day to go to work. At most, I'd estimate there were 4 or 5 girls. It was a crazy time when people could openly use illegal substances at parties. Lundgren, who preferred to live a healthy lifestyle and exercise frequently in order to stay in shape, was not interested in this. Lundgren was probably simply a pretty toy boy and a source of entertainment for Grace Jones at first. But with time, their bond grew stronger. The singer made the decision to support her boyfriend's career in entertainment. With the help of Jones's extensive network in the entertainment industry, he was able to book his first acting role in 1985's A View to a Kill, the final James Bond movie to star Roger Moore. Lundgren explained, "It was an adventure and a complete departure from my upbringing and that of my parents, who led an upper-middle-class and luxurious life in Sweden." Lundgren participated in Rocky IV with Sylvester Stallone's casting that same year as the Soviet fighter Ivan Drago. For this position, there were close to 5,000 candidates. Lundgren was initially turned down because the supervisors thought he was too tall. But all of a sudden, he was given the job. It was excellent timing. Who knows, maybe Grace Jones persuaded Stallone to cast Lundgren in this picture. She probably began to have more and more tender feelings for her lover, so she began to help his career in every possible way. This role completely changed the fate of Dolph Lundgren. His character, Ivan Drago, has become a cult figure in world cinema. Rocky IV grossed over $3